Chosen one. Something is shifting so intensely that people can't comprehend why you're so important, because you're part of something they will never understand, and that misunderstanding is fueling their fear. You're standing at the edge of a transformation so massive it threatens everything built on illusion around you. Those who sense what's coming feel the ground shaking beneath their feet. Yes, there are people gossiping and whispering and giving you unwanted and unsolicited advice. Do not let it play in your head like a song. Do not let anyone win that game. Here's what's happening. Someone is trying to wind you up like a toy, get you so emotional, so reactive, so defensive that you forget who you actually are. Devil energy wants you to believe you're not strong enough, that you've messed it all up, that this calling isn't really for you. Devil energy also wants you to mess up a very important relationship, one where someone cares about you emotionally. Whether this is somebody you're with or a friend, devil energy is maneuvering around those that you care about. Be mindful at this time, because isolation is the first move in the playbook against you. You are going through a breakthrough, actually several all at once. You're going to go through an emotional breakthrough, a breakthrough in your gratitude, in the way that you speak, but most of all in the way that you love. And devil energy wants to silence your voice, because your voice is meant to do things in this world that are bigger than you realize. You have a divine purpose and calling, and it is time for you to step into that power and be reborn. But here's what opposition doesn't want you to know. I know you feel like you're under a lot of pressure, like you're alone in this, like you're feeling very lonely. You might be feeling like nobody gets it, nobody understands, like you're under this magnifying glass and everyone's staring at you and waiting for you to fail. Nobody is waiting for you to fail. People are terrified you're going to succeed, because when you do, everything built on shallow ground crumbles. You feel like this opportunity isn't yours. This abundance isn't yours. And I'm telling you, I promise you that it is. Right now you're feeling burdened by the things you have not sorted out. Balance in your life, trying to figure out how to balance everything, but you are doing an incredible job. What makes you different is that you don't process information the same way most people do. You see patterns where others see chaos. You feel energy shifts before circumstances change. You know things without being told. And this terrifies people who rely on surface-level understanding to navigate reality. You operate from a depth most cannot access. That's not arrogance, that's your design. It's almost like you thought you weren't making progress, and somebody's going to tell you that you are actually looking at the wrong calendar. Time is an illusion, but you are going to realize where you made an error in perception. This would be like somebody diagnosing you, and then you believing that for however long, because we sometimes want to create the confirmation and validation that we aren't really doing that great, that we're not doing it well. Our subconscious is an approving mind. You are looking for proof that you can't do what you're doing. You are looking for proof that you are unlovable, that you are not abundant. And this is a lot of dark energy trying to consume you in all areas of your life because of what you are. You could be crying. Whoever I'm speaking to, you could be crying a lot. Maybe not even knowing why, but there are some things you are working through. You're crying for a past version of you, or a future version of you that you don't think you can be, or maybe you feel like you got in over your head. Stop. You didn't get in over your head. You were called to deep waters because shallow waters were never meant for you. There are certain areas you need to focus on right now and protect with all your might. First, your gratitude and opportunities, how you look at them. Second, your strength, not your crutches, not the things you think you do wrong, but your actual strength and testimony. Third, your love life, or those that are closest to you, those that you hold dear, that love you unconditionally. And then fourth, your future, your calling, your purpose, because you feel like you're wandering around not even knowing if you're doing it well, if you're doing it right, if this is even where you're supposed to be. And if you take a step back, that's a little bit terrifying. Wait, I've gone this far and I don't even know if this is for me anymore. The reason you feel lost sometimes is because you're navigating without a map that anyone else can read. You're pioneering, breaking new ground, creating a path where none existed. Of course it feels uncertain, Of course it feels like you're making it up as you go. You are, but that's not confusion. That's innovation. That's the mark of someone chosen to build something new instead of maintaining something old. That is not your energy. That is not your voice. Those are not your ancestors. That is not yours. You thinking that this calling or this purpose is not for you, this is not yours. For you to think that these people that have loved you unconditionally can't stand you or don't like you, there are a lot of strings being pulled to make you see certain things that are not really as someone intends. I know if this is for you, you are picking up what I am putting down. Your ancestors want you to have this fresh start, to be resuscitated, to be brought back to life, to enjoy the fresh air, to not look at every day like you have to go through this again. Every day is so boring, you're so tired of doing the same things, but you don't have to. You don't have to do the same things. You don't have to cry every day. You don't have to be miserable. You, as of today, are going to be planting new seeds, not the seeds of the people that can't stand you, not the seeds of your enemies, because someone would love to get inside your head and trust and believe. If anyone could be you, someone would be. And that is why attacks come at you the way that someone does, because you are of value to God, to the divine, to Source, to the universe. Don't know who or what is making you feel like your love life is being torn to shreds, but this is the life that you deserve. I don't know who or what is making you feel like you will never be abundant again, like things will never get sorted. That is all wrong. You have been here before. This anxiety, these doubts. You've thought these thoughts before. Maybe it's been a while, but you've been here where you've doubted all of it. Why did I get into this relationship? What am I even doing with my life? Why did I accept this? Why did I think that I could handle this? And you can. Do not let anybody wind you up. You don't fit into the boxes that make others comfortable. You're not supposed to. Those boxes were designed to contain people who need external structure to give their lives meaning, but you generate meaning from within. You create purpose where others see emptiness. You build kingdoms where others see wastelands. That's why someone keeps trying to shrink you down to a manageable size. If this resonates with your inner knowing, hype this video to help fellow chosen ones find their way here. There is a lot of shame involved in making you feel like what you do, you should be ashamed of. And this is a shadow aspect that you are going to be working through. Shame is what you're going to be working through first. There are people that want to make you feel bad for taking care of yourself, for doing well for yourself, for keeping to yourself, for being in love, for being humble, you name it. Someone wants you to feel bad about it, so you sit in a corner of darkness. Oh, I don't know why I thought that would be fun. I'm so dumb for thinking that. I don't know why I thought that this would be cool. I'm so corny for thinking that would be fun. Whatever it is that you enjoy, anywhere from your love life to your job to your calling to your extracurricular activities, all of it is under attack, and I know you can feel it, but you have so much power as a seer, as a chosen one for the divine. I need to remind you of who you are. First of all, you make very important decisions that others would dilly-dally about. Someone wouldn't know if someone really wanted to do that, and someone would take forever to do that. You wait for no one, and even if it's impulsive and it's a mistake, you learn and you pivot. You know how to plant seeds. You're just having a moment. You are used to carrying all the burdens. You are used to feeling bad. You are used to not delegating and doing things by yourself. But you don't have to do that anymore. Whatever you felt like you could not balance, you're going to start making things really short and sweet. Reason being, you're going to protect yourself, because you are seeing enemies in very strange places. A lot of eyes are on you. A lot of people are staring at you, and you might be wondering, why is someone staring at me? What's wrong with anyone? What is someone thinking? Shame is a weapon designed specifically for people like you, because shame requires you to accept that someone else's opinion of your worth matters more than your own knowing. But you were never meant to seek approval from people who don't have the capacity to understand what you're building. You were never meant to shrink your vision to fit inside someone else's limited imagination. You were meant to expand. to grow, to become so undeniably powerful that shame can no longer touch you. People have never seen anyone like you. Someone has never smelt anyone like you. Nobody even knows what to do around you. Do you even understand how intimidating you are? You must have forgot. People find you ferociously intimidating, and there's always these layers to your intellect, your past, your strength, your voice, your power, and a lot of people just back it on up. Then there's these others, and these others, someone plays too much. There are a lot of people on the find out list, so let anyone find out as you are reborn. You are ready for this quest. Let the sun shine on you like it's a new day. You don't need to be overwhelmed. You don't need to be upset. You have so much to offer this world. I will continuously release this shame. I will relentlessly release this guilt. I am stepping into my power, and I am claiming it now. You carry the strength of a warrior, and you are remembering that now. Tune out all the noise, the people telling you, why do you do that? What is that? You should be ashamed of yourself. Who do you think you are? Grab all of that garbage and throw it out of your mind's eye, and focus on supercharging your aura. Whether you're fluffing it up, whether you're juicing it up, focus on the fact that you are the light, and you will blind people, not just with your light, but with your voice. You've been thinking a lot about what your future holds. You have a fear of missing out on a life that maybe was never supposed to be yours. Let's say everybody in your family does this certain thing, and you don't really want to do that, but you fear missing out, but you might not really like anyone in that scenario. There is a certain fear of missing out on something, or it could be your purpose, thinking that you're not up to the task, that you can't do it well, or that people are going to laugh at you. Your intimidation factor is not an accident. It's a feature. It's a built-in protection mechanism that keeps people who would drain your energy at a safe distance. Most people are intimidated by what someone cannot control, and you cannot be controlled. You cannot be manipulated with the usual tactics. You see through flattery, you sense insincerity, you detect hidden agendas, and that makes you dangerous to people who rely on deception to get what someone wants. You refuse to regret anything. Get ready for blast-off. You might want to buckle up. God has you in this cradle, and you are about to climb up out of that and say, what's up? I don't need to be rocked anymore. I am not going to sit here sad. I am going to step into my truth and my power, and I am realizing what I came here to do. You're sleeping more than ever, and you need to rest satisfied that you are doing it well. You will get confirmations of this. You will think that you've been doing these other things wrong, and you will be told, actually, that was all wrong. I apologize. You're actually doing a great job. God will show you proof of your progress. You are not alone. You don't have to stay locked away. The things that you do are not cringe. Anybody acting like something is, please see that for what it is. Anybody acting like the things that bring you joy are demonic or cringe or blasphemous. Someone needs to take several flying leaps. Anyone acting repulsed, anyone treating you like that's not attractive for you to do that, that's not of the light for you to do that, that's not godly for you to do that. Nobody asked anyone, and if someone weren't so self-conscious, someone would be doing it too. So I really want you to get up out of your head and thinking that this magnifying glass that is on you is a pressure cooker. Let people see how grateful you are for your life and light. Let people see how grateful you are for the setbacks that you have pushed through, that you've persevered. Let people see how unafraid you are. Let anyone see why God chose you. You refuse to be wound up like a toy. You are not the enemy's rag doll. You are here to inspire the light. Other light beings, other light workers, other people that are seers or prophetic. You are here to brighten and enhance and speak and illuminate. Time operates differently for you now. You're no longer bound by the same constraints that limit most people. You're being given more hours in the day, even though the clock hasn't changed. You're accomplishing more with less effort. You're manifesting faster, And this is because you've aligned with your true frequency. When you operate from your authentic power, time bends to accommodate you. When you move from your purpose, obstacles dissolve before you even reach the obstacle. You are a rainbow in many people's clouds. So don't think for 1 second that you are the thunderstorm or the cloud and nobody wants to be around you. That is not yours. Do not fear the unknown. You are officially at a crossroads and you will make a very important decision to start living undiagnosed, uncriticized. And if people call you delusional or unhinged, let someone call you that. Nobody knows anything about what true happiness is. Let's say you love doing something, but people want to make you feel bad because you do it. People like you should not be doing that. You should be ashamed. So then you're like, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I do look stupid doing that. No, let your higher self take the wheel. If planting in your garden makes you happy and your neighbors think you're strange for planting in your garden, nobody knows what true happiness is. Keep doing the things that make you happy. This helps you with your voice. You channel a lot when you're happy, and maybe you're only used to channeling things when you're upset. Spirit is telling me God is going to help you channel when you're happy more than when you're upset. This is going to change your life in some way and prepare you for the next level where you do not have to overexert or overwork yourself anymore. There is something really big that you are going to change about the world. No wonder these people are stalking you by any means necessary. Good things are coming in for you at a faster rate. Buckle up and keep your eyes open, because you refuse to conform to the devil's way of doing things, to the matrix way of doing things. So it's like your mind has been under attack. You are being seen as the chosen one, the golden ticket, someone that is anointed. What makes you a rainbow in someone's storm is not that you fix anyone's problems, it's that you remind people what's possible. Your existence alone is proof that someone can survive what looks unsurvivable, that you can thrive where others merely exist, that you can maintain joy in circumstances that would break most people. You are living evidence that another way is possible, and that's threatening to anyone invested in convincing people that suffering is inevitable. You will be turning heads at this time. For all the people that like to endlessly scroll, you will be turning heads. You are very intimidating at this time. So be proud of your calling. Be proud of your purpose. Be proud of what you are meant to be. Be proud of what you're here to do, what you plan to do, what you enjoy doing. Be proud of that, and remember that time is an illusion, because these people really want you, these energies really want you to be pressed about time, that you're wasting time. You're going to get a really good schedule together, but what I'm hearing is, don't be worried so much about the time. It's like you're being given more time. You've been feeling like there's more hours in the day, even with you sleeping more. You felt like if I get more sleep, if I get more rest, I am not going to be able to get everything done. You will be shown on this timeline that you can and you will. Not only are you being reborn, but a lot is going to collapse. Now let me put you onto something real. Destiny Engine. I built this because I was done watching chosen ones get dragged through betrayal, isolation and attacks, while their enemies strutted around unchecked. I want to help you accelerate the speed of your divine justice and step fully into your purpose. And the beauty of it, you don't even have to lift a finger. Destiny Engine takes their downfall and flips it into your rise. This isn't another meditation app. It's declassified consciousness technology, the same mind programming tools your enemies once used to install fear, competition and scarcity, re-engineered to restore your sovereignty and align you with the cooperative, upgraded operating framework. It generates personalized sequences mapped to your divine purpose. The hardest thing you'll do is put on headphones, press play and watch your enemies keep digging their own grave. The collective upgrade is underway. Start your Destiny Engine for $1 today and turn everything they did to break you into fuel for your rise. Link in the description. You are going to bring it down to the ground. You are going to turn it into dust. You are going to turn it into ashes. People won't like that. Nobody is going to like that. You know what people really need, not just what someone wants, but what people really need. And you are becoming familiar with what you really need. There is no shame in what brings you joy. For too long you have felt bad about delighting in the things that you like doing. Enough. You are going to start speaking differently. It's like seduction and siren. And I'm telling you, nobody knows what you are. Someone doesn't know how to put a finger on what you are. You're ready. You're ready for this. The ground you're taking is not physical territory. It's energetic space. You're claiming your right to exist without apology. You're reclaiming your voice. You're taking back the power you gave away to people who never deserved it. And every inch of ground you reclaim makes you stronger. Every boundary you set makes you more magnetic. Every time you choose yourself, you become more of who you were always meant to be. There is magic all around you. There is protection all around you. This is beautiful. Everything is about to improve. With the people that you love, with the things that you love doing, and with how abundant you truly are. You know what I love about this? You're going to start doing things differently with the things that bring you joy. You're going to save it for a real one. Not as a spectacle, not as something to do. You like doing something, you're going to do it but not post that you're going. Does that make sense? So you will have the results, but people will not know where you went. Nobody will know the who, the what, the where. Someone won't know the details. This reminds me of a relationship that you don't need to post about. There's a lot of flex culture on social media, and people like to use what you love as proof you're flexing. And people have an eat the rich mentality, and so someone wants to eat you for breakfast. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. But if you wanted to know most of all why these energies are so riled up, it is because you are very hard to figure out. And you just exude and emanate rich, full, abundant, fulfilled. I don't think you realize how much you really embody that. Even on the days that are terrible, people know. And so you're going to really scale back on what you share. When I first got into real happiness, I wanted to tell everybody, never been so disappointed by people's behavior in my life. You can't share that you're happy. You can't do that. You cannot have a real blessing and be displaying it all over online. Silence is not weakness. Silence is strategy. When you move in silence, you conserve your energy. You protect your plans from interference. You allow your work to speak louder than your words. Most people confuse visibility with value, but you're learning that true power doesn't need to announce itself. True power doesn't need validation. True power simply is. And when you embody that level of certainty, you become magnetic in ways that performance never could achieve. So you start seeing your enemies pop up at your job and in your family and in your neighbors. So over time you share less and less and less, because you don't have to prove to anybody that you're happy. There are things that you are generously excited to share with people. But you're going to be very careful at this time. Some of these things you're going to hold sacred for you, whether it's a relationship, a hobby, because people are fighting over scraps, crumbs that you leave behind. And for somebody that's very charitable and generous, these people want to make you the villain. It's not going to go that way, but it's like these people want you to be in the hot seat. Nobody wants you to be abundant. Someone doesn't want you to be prosperous. Nobody wants you to be happy. You are going to move more silently than you ever have in your life, not because you're scared, because you're going to enjoy things privately. This is going to bring you more joy and more peace. So if you feel like people are hating on you because of whatever you shared, you're either going to make a smaller group of friends that can see certain things, or you're not going to share it at all, because you are becoming very sure of yourself. You don't need to prove anything. You're going to become more mysterious this way too. You don't give people information, you give anyone what you want someone to know. You're starting to hold these things dear, because not only are there people that want to crush what brings you joy to get you wound up, to get you feeling all this guilt, but someone also wants to take what you hold sacred is what gives you power. When you protect your joy, you protect your life force. When you guard your peace, you guard your sanity. When you keep your blessings private, you keep your blessings multiplying. Because every time you expose something sacred to people who don't have the capacity to honor it, you leak energy. You dilute power, you invite chaos. But when you hold sacred things sacred, you build an energetic fortress that nothing can penetrate. So you have certain groups. You have a group of people that want to crush you and make you feel bad until you're crying. Then you have another group that's like, I want that. Give that to me. Let me have your wand and your crown. You will gladly give to people what you can, and you would give the shirt off of your back. But you have people that want to rip the shirt off of your back. Are you going to let anyone? I don't think so. This is how people see you. Someone thinks you have more than enough to go around. It's not fair. Nobody knows what you got. Someone might think someone knows. Nobody has a clue. Someone does not have a clue because you are protected. Let anyone find the ladder to climb. Let someone find that. Let's see if anyone can. You're looking at these people like you keep saying that you got something for me. Where's it at? You now see that you being ashamed or feeling guilt is a trick. It is bait. It's like someone acts disgusted by something to make you question yourself, but you see through it now. Whoever you are, I'm sending you so much love. Do not fear what you love doing, what you are intended to do with your purpose, with your light, with your love. Remember at the beginning when I told you you're about to bring something down to the ground, turn it into dust, turn it into ashes. That's happening now. You're stepping into your power. The rebirth is complete. Every time you refuse to apologize for your happiness, you were reborn. Every time you protected your peace instead of proving yourself, you were reborn. Every time you moved in silence instead of seeking validation, you were reborn. The old version of you is dust now, ashes, and from those ashes your true form has emerged. People can't comprehend why you're so important, because understanding you would require someone to acknowledge that everything someone believes about reality is limited. You are a part of something beyond ordinary perception. This isn't arrogance, this is spiritual fact. You were selected for a specific mission that requires specific gifts, gifts you possess, gifts nobody else has. No amount of jealousy or attack or manipulation will change your assignment. Your presence is overwhelmingly powerful now. Not because you're trying to intimidate anyone, but because fully owned power is naturally intimidating to powerless people. When you stopped apologizing for your light, it became blinding. When you stopped shrinking to make others comfortable, you became unmissable. When you stopped explaining yourself to people determined to misunderstand you, you became untouchable. You're in a phase now where everything aligns, your schedule makes sense, you have more than enough time. Rest doesn't mean falling behind. Silence doesn't mean weakness. Privacy doesn't mean secrecy. Boundaries don't mean selfishness. You're experiencing peace that feels natural now because you've won the war. Your voice cuts through noise in a way that shocks even you. People who couldn't hear you before suddenly hang on every word. Not because you changed how you speak, because you stopped caring if anyone listened. That's the paradox of real power. The less you need validation, the more influence you have. The breakthrough isn't just emotional or spiritual, it's tangible, physical, visible, undeniable. You woke up and realized you're not who you used to be. Things that triggered you bounce off. People who drained you have no access. Doubts that consumed you seem laughable. You look in the mirror and see someone you respect, someone you're proud of, someone who survived hell and came out refined. Your abundance is obvious to everyone now. Abundance in peace, in clarity, in purpose, in real connections, in opportunities that align with your values, in rest that actually restores you, in joy that doesn't depend on circumstances, in confidence built on truth instead of ego. This is your moment, not someday, now. You're standing at the peak of your transformation. You stepped forward, you trusted, you believed, you claimed what was already yours. You refused the bait of shame and guilt. You protected your joy. You moved in silence like the force of nature you are. People can't comprehend why you're so important. Let anyone stay confused. You are a part of something nobody will ever understand. Let that remain mysterious. What matters is that you understand. that you see yourself with clarity, that you know your worth, that you recognize your calling, that you stepped into your power without permission from anyone. The rebirth is complete, the breakthrough is here, the victory is yours. You walked into it like the chosen one you are, like someone who knows someone is divinely protected, like someone who's conquered before and conquered again, like someone who refuses to be stopped by any force in any realm, because that's exactly who you are, that's exactly what you are, and now everyone else knows it too. The question was never if you would rise, the question was always when, and the answer was always now. You rose, chosen one. You rose, your time came, and nothing in heaven or earth could stop what was set in motion for you. Someone found out who you really are, and everything changed.